Oof. Nice album down there, Guy Forge. I like it. We got a lot to talk about. I think at this point, we're just going to get right into it. But I'll run the intro. What is up, Defects?
That is intense. That's fantastic.
I played the Batman one for you guys.
I appreciate it.
Defects, what up? Live on a Monday night. We missed you last week. We saw some of you on Whatnot on Tuesday. I'm happy to see you guys over there as well. But exciting show. I gotta be honest. I don't think I've been this excited to come on a Monday night to talk about the MCU in like almost a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It's been a while. Very excited. As you can see, we got a fill-in tonight. Not really a fill-in. He's family. He's defective family. Jay's not here. I think Garrett's going to come on either way because we were all pretty excited about this. So let me say what up to Garrett first. What's up, buddy?
Oh man, I'm pumped for this show. Long overdue, is it not? For a positive vibe from the MCU. And I mean, there was a little bit of positive stuff when it came to Disney Plus, but we haven't had a good MCU movie, cinematic event in 3 years.
That is very true. You're very, very correct on that. But we'll get into all that. Braving I don't know what he has, some type of ailment, but Guy Forge gutting it out. Maybe muted half the night. We still love you for being on here. Guy Forge, what is up, brother? What is up, man?
Let me tell you, I do not wish allergies on anyone. Whatever this does to your throat, whatever this does to your nose, your head, your eyes, I am fucked up. I apologize, but nonetheless, I am here. Very excited to be here. This is, even though I didn't go see the movie, movie, I'm excited to be here. So I'm gonna be happy to hear what the guys thought about the movie.
Oh, shut up! You were there. For those of you that don't know, Gary put up a post about us going to the movie, and he forgot about Guy. So it was me, Jay, Guy, Erod, and Gary. And we went out. We went drinking first. Some of us did a little bit more drinking than others. But it was a fun night. And Erod actually didn't even have to have nachos. So it was I wish he was in the chat.
I do too.
That was good stuff. That was a really fun. It was a fun night capped off by a really, really good movie.
It was nice. We got together at 7:00 for a 9:30 movie. So we did have a good amount of time to actually hang, right? Have a few drinks, have a nice dinner. Well, have a dinner, and then go see the movie.
That's it.
It is nice to sit there and break bread with friends.
Oh yeah,
let's put it that way.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's always a pleasure. And then when we can follow it up with something positive and all sit there and all look at each other pretty much throughout the whole movie and kind of be excited, Jay included. That's exciting.
Yeah. It was cool too being all together for something like this and it not being a convention. So you're not exhausted by the end of the day.
And not being a letdown also.
That is a big one too. Yep.
Is this a record for late start? No, it is not.
No way, right?
We've had like 9:12, really? I think.
We've had almost 15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. But appreciate you guys being in here. Guy Forge is going to highlight as many comments as he can. Let me just give you a quick breakdown. We are going to do this non-spoiler review, which is going to be difficult. So that's probably not going to be super, super long.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go over to the spoilers. We will give you a heads up before the spoilers. That'll probably last 20 to 30 minutes. And then we're going to cap it off with some quick news stories that we may have missed over the last week or so. Just get a quick opinion. And we got some announcements to make. We'll be talking about that. Jay hopefully pops in and gives his quick opinion. If not, we could let you know what he thought. I think we should just get started. So, Guy, like I said, anytime you want to jump, I know your voice is kind of on the fritz, so raise a hand, jump in, highlight some chats.
Poor Guy.
The non-spoiler. We're going to do the non-spoiler version, and we will definitely do our best to keep it spoiler-free, and then we'll let you know when the spoilers are going to come. All right. So, right off the bat, since Jay's not in here, I'll just give you the spoiler alert on Jay. He actually loved the movie. I do believe he said it was either in his top 10 or close to his top 10. He was definitely happy. And that's pretty much, I think, the sentiment of all 5 of us that went to see it. But you'll hear from 3 of us tonight. So
2.5. We'll see how Guy. 2.5.
Guy, do you want to start, since you might fade as the night goes on? Do you want to give a quick, or do you want to?
Do I want to start? Probably.
Do you want to just follow us to kind of like add on? Okay.
I'll pop in. Yeah.
Okay, so Gary, do you want to start? Or you want me to start?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we can kind of go back and forth. How's that?
Sure.
Because I think we're on the same page where we both enjoyed the movie. I'm not going to get into crazy details, a little bit here or there, but I do feel like I need to see it again. I do need to feel like
Wednesday. I'm going Wednesday with Ash, so.
I don't know. It's making a ton of money. It's going to make some more money, so it's not going to come to Disney Plus for a while. I wouldn't be surprised, what are we in May, if we don't see it till August. Is that a good estimate? Maybe, I would say August, September, maybe, before the Marvels.
Well, they are starting to. It's funny that you said that, because I was just reading articles. Ant-Man has the record for longest stream.
Yeah.
Out of all the movies. And also, Avatar is also going to be very long until that goes to free streaming. So Disney is starting to make enough money where they feel like they don't need to put these out right away. But
and that, I think that, honestly, I think it's tough. My camera's over here, but I'm looking at you over here. I think that's a good barometer on Hollywood as a whole, because people are going back to the movies. So if people are going back to the movies and these movies are making money, they don't have to rush it to streaming. They could take their time with it. So I would think Guardians, I would say August, September.
Yeah.
We don't see it. So I don't, and I, unfortunately, personally, I don't think I'm going to be able to get back to the theater to see it a second time, especially because we have Into the Spider-Verse coming. We have Flash coming. We have a lot of movies coming where, for me personally, I'm not going to be able to get to see it the second time. But with that, quickly, I absolutely loved it. I do need to see it again. I would say it's the second best Guardians.
Yes.
Better than the second, not better than the first, but close. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Again, it's tough without spoilers. It's it's tough without spoilers, so I don't want to pinpoint on anything, but I think for the most part, people know, maybe not the story, like the overall story, but I think everyone's well aware that it is an origin story to Rocket Raccoon. You could see that in the trailers. They show a lot of origin for Rocket, which is really cool.
Yeah. And I think for knowing as much as we did, and the fact that it still wasn't a letdown, or it wasn't like boring, that tells you how, and we've been saying this for 2 years now on this channel, is that when you have good writing, you're going to have a good movie.
Yeah. Regardless
of how many trailers you've seen, how many spoilers you've heard, how many rumors you may have confirmed, it was still extreme. And listen, guys, being on a little bit, sometimes we're a little bit more on the inside than you guys, and we actually do have information ahead of time that we're not allowed to give out, or else we just will stop getting it. And sometimes we know even more than the average moviegoer, and we were all still very, very excited with what we saw. It was just done,
And I'll tell you this: I was extremely surprised by parts.
Oh, I was. Yeah.
So I'll give you that right off the bat too. He definitely didn't lay it out where you go, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen.
Yes,
and that's a James Gunn thing. I think James Gunn gives you enough where you think you know the direction of the movie, and it's not that way. It's a little different. Yeah. And I know we're going to get into this later, but watching this movie and watching James Gunn put this together and finishing up this trilogy, all it does is get me fired up for DC, because I'm very excited to see what he can do from the ground up.
I don't think it'll make $1 billion.
I don't think so. Worldwide, I don't think so.
I think because I just don't think the Guardians have the draw outside of the super fan. I think week 2 and week 3 are going to be very strong, because the reviews are great up and down the board. So I think a lot of people are going to start to go, like, you know what, I will go see it. I'll spend look at Jay. Jay's a perfect example.
Yep.
Jay sat here and said that Marvel will not get another dime from me. And he said that for the past, what did he go see? What did he come see with us last? Wasn't Multiverse
Spider-Man.
Madness. It was before
Spider-Man.
He saw
We
Spider-Man.
saw Batman.
He saw Batman. Then we saw he saw something. It was something after Spider-Man. I thought. I don't know. Anyway, he said that it would only be Guardians, and he was back on board. You know, like
Yep.
not saying what's going to happen going forward, but he was excited about this movie. So that tells you something. Will it break 650? 100? I think it'll definitely.
Oh
break
yeah,
650.
I think it'll break 6. I was gonna say 8. 8 to 9.
It'll do, like I said, it did 120, I think, for this weekend, or 118.
That's domestic though.
It's domestic, right?
Yeah.
It'll break it'll be close to 200 by the end of this weekend, I would say. And then worldwide, it'll probably be close to 350, 400 after week 2. 500 maybe.
Wasn't it the number was 165, I think?
Was that for the worldwide or?
I think so.
No,
Yeah,
I think no. I think worldwide it
No?
broke 250 because that's what
did
it
it?
made. That's what it
Got it.
cost to make 250 million. I think it broke 250. Like it turned. I think it almost hit 300 worldwide.
Got it. Okay. So yeah. So I think it's on its way to 650. I don't think that'll be an issue because I don't think the drop off will be as severe as a lot of these other movies because they just weren't as good. So while people weren't going to the movies, like that's definitely hurting these box office numbers. That's happening less and less, right? More people are going out. But I also think that the fact that you're going to get word of mouth and beyond the Rotten Tomatoes and beyond the reviews and this they're here and there, you're just going to get word of mouth. Your friend's going to come up, call you and be like, "Dude, go see it. It was good." You know, like you're going to get a lot of that, which it's been a while since there's been almost, I don't want to say it's unanimous, but like it is a clear majority of people that not only enjoyed it, but really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think, what else can we say that's not
I think
spoilery?
it was either the strongest or it was definitely the first or second best trilogy in the MCU.
I think to me it's we were going to get into that, but that's a good time. I mean, to me it's still
Without
second
spoiling,
because
right?
to me
Cap
it's
is
still
number one,
second
right?
Because it's Cap, and if you kind of do it in order, I mean, I think this is the majority of people. Number 1, Cap is kind of goes up against number 2, Guardians. Winter Soldier goes up against number 1, Guardians, and then 3 goes up against the Civil War goes up against this.
See, I think this was better than Civil War.
And the fact that Civil War really wasn't a Captain America movie, like
It didn't feel like a Captain America.
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
this rivals that for sure. I still think while I loved Guardians 1, like Winter Soldier is my number 1, so like it's literally right there. So it just depends where you rank them. And then as far as Cap 1 versus Guardians 1, that's where I think you decide which trilogy is better. And I give a slight edge to Cap 1 versus Guardians 2.
Yeah,
I
would.
But Guardians 3 was really
But
good.
here's what's really cool, and correct me if I'm wrong. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the only MCU trilogy with the same director. I think
you're right about that.
No, I don't think any of the others had the same director. So
I think you're right. Guardians 1 is a lot of people's top 5, a lot of people's top 3, and a lot of people's number 1. I'll tell you, this was not as good, but it's not like I didn't have to think about it for a second. That's how good I thought this movie was. Where I looked back and I was like, and I was like, no, Guardians 1 still. But it's rare that you have to do that, and this really it gave the vibe of Guardians 1. So like Guardians 2 was in such a different universe for me.
Same
compared to this. Like
Same.
This felt like Guardians 1.
Yes.
It just did, you know. And even though we expected greatness from it, it really came close to living up to it.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about? A couple of people asked, "What do you think about Warlock?" Me and Gary talked about this today. I think I talked about it with a guy as well. It's on Sunday or Saturday.
All right, so I'm gonna open up by saying, so Ant-Man also had the same director, and that Ant-Man is probably the weakest of all the trilogies because Iron Man 1 was just so damn good.
That is a good
And
point.
Thor 3, in my opinion, was just so damn good, and no Ant-Man movie was that good. As
Iron Man 1 or Thor 3.
Yeah.
I agree with
and
that.
I liked Thor 1, and I think Thor 2 gets a bad rap. Thor 2 is no longer the worst Thor movie. I think we can all agree on that.
Definitely.
But when it comes to...
circumstances.
It's pretty bad, though.
See, I think Iron Man 3 is the worst.
Iron Man 3 is
Thor
worse
4.
than Thor 2.
Thor 4, yes.
Thor 2 I will watch before Iron Man 3. But
Thor 2, yeah. Yep,
yeah,
me too.
regardless.
Yes.
But spoiler alert, we're going to be doing some type of ranking again on your channel. Dave's
Yeah,
supposed
we
to
could
be
talk about it if
Dave's
you
rider.
want. Yeah, it's probably going to be a small group, Davis Ryder. We're going to be on my channel probably around between now and what is it? Between now and
Secret Invasion.
God.
Right
Secret
before
Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
So yeah, right before Secret Invasion, we're going to do a live show on my channel. We're going to get back to the Secret Invasion breakdown, like the Disney Plus breakdowns on my channel. We're going to get back into that. But before we do, we're going to do a live kind of grading system, ranking system with you guys.
Yeah. It's gonna be
And a panel, and we're all going to talk it out. But when it comes to Adam Warlock, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't have any connection to the character. So I'm probably a bad person to ask. But
It's a good point.
with a blank slate, I didn't mind him because I believe he's only going to get better. And I think they made it a point multiple times to stress that he is a child. He never fully developed in the cocoon. What's his name brought him out too early.
Yep.
And
High evolutionary.
High Evolutionary took him out of the cocoon too early. He hadn't fully grown, but I think he will. And I do think they did a great job with him visually. So, which will only get better, I think, with time, with special effects and all this stuff. So if he does come back, I think he will start growing as a character big time. And I'm actually excited to watch him grow because I thought he looked good, personally. I did think he looked good. I know he was a child. Now, I don't have the love for Adam Warlock like I do like a Batman or a Thor,
Right.
these characters. So it's hard. I'm probably not the right person to give an opinion on it. But for me, that's where I stand. I'm excited to see what they do with him in the future. If he doesn't come back, I'm going to be disappointed. Put it that way. Because I want to see him grow.
I can't see. I mean, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but there are a lot of characters that you want to see more of, and they kind of threw out there. You're like, shit, what's going to happen? So we're going to talk about that in a bit. But as far as Warlock, and I know Guy wants to jump in on this, so I'll lead it up for him. You know, I think they had an interesting decision to make with Warlock, and I think all of us read a lot of comics in the 90s, right? And did the bulk of our collecting in the 90s.
Yeah.
And right during that Infinity Saga, like, Warlock was a different character there than he was in the 60s. I don't know a lot about Warlock in the 60s, but I do know when he came out of the cocoon, he wasn't childish in the way he was in Guardians, but he was very...
He was naive, wasn't he?
Yes, he was a newborn, right? So you have this extreme being doesn't even know the depths of his powers, but doesn't even know he's just been born, right? Essentially. So Guardians had when a character comes like that, and we've seen that in movies before, you do have several directions you can go with that. They chose to go the childish route, the comedic route, which fits the movie. So it would have been odd to not like it. I don't know if it would have worked if they did it any other way, to be honest with you. It's a Guardians movie. He's not the main he's not the focus. He's not the main villain. He doesn't even, I don't want to say he doesn't feel like a villain at any time, but you clearly just don't get that.
Yeah.
I just didn't get that villain vibe.
Because there was no motive. He didn't have that villain motive.
He didn't have the motive, exactly. The fight scenes were amazing with him.
Yeah.
And his power, how it just progressed as the movie went on, was amazing as well. So I really don't mind what they did with him. I mean, towards the end of the movie, Guy, he seemed like he grew up before our eyes, like in a short time period, and he didn't
Careful
have
of spoilers, but go ahead.
Yeah. He didn't have, I was about to say, and I did. He didn't have a ton of screen time. He had enough, but not like a crazy amount. But Guy, I mean, what was your take like on what they did and like how he started versus where he wound up?
I think they did a great job with it. I think that they had so many chances to ruin it. Let's put it that way. They could have done it a bunch of different ways. I think I don't know if they took a safe route. It's almost like they held back a little bit at the same time too, because they didn't want to give too much, which I understand. Obviously, he's very juvenile. He doesn't know what he's capable of at all, and you see that in a couple scenes too. And he doesn't understand the lingo. He doesn't understand sarcasm. He doesn't understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like he doesn't, he's not there yet mentally. It's really cool to watch him develop throughout the movie, though, and that's really the really cool part.
This was the shitty part for comic book fans, right? You should have got him, early on. Moderate put me from the chat. I can't hear this farce any longer. But I guess Paul is the only person I know that didn't really like the movie.
I don't understand it because I really liked it a lot, and
I know what it is. He's blinded by something right now, and I'm not going to get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
everybody wants us to get into spoilers. Jay didn't have anything nice. No, he actually loved the movie. He just couldn't come on tonight. He really, this was one of his favorite. He said his best thing since Endgame.
You'll get him next week.
Yeah,
he'll be back next week.
I mean, he said it was close to his top 10, if not in the top 10.
I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited to do this live show with everybody in ranking because the more I'm thinking about it, the more I liked it more than Eternals, which is just on the cusp of my top 10. And
right.
I may have liked it more than Doctor Strange #1. I'm just thinking of my top 10. I'm like, it may be in there. It may get in there.
So spoilers in 2 minutes, guys. But quickly, let's talk about. I don't know how to say his name at all. But the actor that played High Evolutionary absolutely killed it.
This is the same actor from
Peacemaker.
Who played the lead of their group. I don't remember his character's name.
He was I mean, Jonathan Majors killed it in Ant-Man.
He did.
And he killed it as Immortus. We're just calling him Immortus because that's clearly who it
you
was.
Shouldn't. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not Immortus.
I mean, He Who Remains, Immortus, everybody, Kang, killed it in Loki. And honestly, this villain was better.
Oof.
For what we've seen so far, to me, this villain was better. Now, having said that, he had a much larger role in a much better movie.
Yes.
So that plays into it.
See, I'm putting them right on par with one another.
Okay.
I'm putting them real high. We can't spoil anything yet. He was really good. High Evolutionary was very, very good. Very good.
Let Guy give his opinion on that. Then we'll just get into spoilers.
Who, by the way, sorry, Guy. Who was the main antagonist? We were talking about Warlock. Which we kind of knew. You kind of knew going in. It was all about the High Evolutionary.
I enjoyed it. I think High Evolutionary did it. The guy who did it did a great job. To be able to act, let's talk about that for a second. He's acting with so-called animals.
Yeah.
That aren't really there. Okay, so let's put that into good acting chops. Let's put it that way. Do I like Jonathan Majors' presence more? I think so. I just think he has a better presence on screen. If you get what I'm saying,
Kang?
I think,
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Yeah.
I think Jonathan Majors holds that role a little bit stronger, and I believe it more.
But with a better character. But with a better character.
Correct.
Much better character. Just such a more powerful character, right?
Yeah.
High Evolutionary was extremely powerful in this movie.
High Evolutionary's outbreaks and outbursts and all that were amazing. Now, Kang had his moments where he snapped a little bit too, which was cool as hell. But I don't know. Hold on, I'm getting yelled at. You're James Gunn Micro. You like Peacemaker, and that sucked. Peacemaker was the best streaming show yet.
That's literally,
the best Disney Plus show, the best HBO Max show. Maybe 100%. Not Titans. Peacemaker, that's not a me thing, dude. That is a chat thing. That is everybody on screen. You're crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, you're a little far off there, Danny boy.
Yeah, Peacemaker was amazing. You took bullshit characters and made that show so incredibly amazing. Come on.
We're getting into spoilers. Now we're getting into spoilers. So let me just put it on the screen.
Daniel getting me fired up here.
Yeah, come on now. Daniel, I'm not with you on that one. But whatchamacallit. James Gunn did say a while ago that I don't know if his name's Chuck, I forget, was the best actor he's ever worked with. So
he said that multiple times actually about him.
He did. So I mean, it's not a shocker, right?
No.
But anyway,
that's not quite.
Forget it. I feel like Gary with the Daredevil.
Just hold a sign up. Spoilers.
So All right, first off, what's High Evolutionary? We don't even know if he's dead.
That's
Okay.
the coolest part, man, and I love that because we're starting to get villains that aren't getting killed because we don't know Kang. We don't know if Kang's dead.
We don't know what happened to Kang.
Yep.
Now we have multiple amazing villains, which is like this is the first time that's happened that they've made it. Like I know, Gary, you love Kate Blanchett's
Oh, I loved Hela.
Hela.
Hela
And she
was one of
gone,
my
right?
favorite. Yep, and she's
There was no
gone.
chance of her coming back at that point,
No,
right?
I loved Hela. I think Hela's an underappreciated villain in the MCU. Nobody ever talks about her, and she killed the entire Asgardian army. Come on.
So this is amazing that Kang we know is alive. High Evolutionary, there's a really good chance he's alive.
I hope he is.
Especially with this, Jonathan Majors goes to court this week. Tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow. That is a huge day. They're starting to circulate rumors that now Marvel is starting to think about how to replace him. And this kind of fades into something else, but Loki actually got moved to October. That's really bad news. That's bad news for Jonathan Majors. The only reason they move that is because of Jonathan Majors. If they have to do reshoots or recuts, that's not good news. So if we lose Kang, that's a really bad thing. But I think he would be probably replaced by High Evolutionary. I don't think they're going to recast Kang.
What if, you know what'd be crazy? If they used the same actor and High Evolutionary was a Kang variant.
I mean, there's a million things the way you do it. But that's a whole show. We can get into a whole show about that. But let's talk about some spoilers. You want to just jump right to the end of credit scene? Do you want to go to...
Mark, can you highlight that chat? The New York City District Attorney is the only one that knows if Kang is dead right now.
Very true. Do you want to go right to the... Let's talk about the end credit scene real quick.
Yeah.
There's
definitely a few people agreeing with you.
It's close. At a minimum, you got to say it's close.
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely. I am not downplaying High Evolutionary. Awesome.
So,
but I think you know what it is for me with Kang is I just see. I'm not making a fair assessment because I'm looking at the broader picture and that's not fair. Because High Evolutionary Kang is going to be around for a little while. It's not fair on my part. It was definitely like. They were both great.
Yeah,
they were both
really
great.
End credit scene, we get the new Guardians team. And that's basically almost the team that we see in Annihilation. Right? More or less. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
We get Phi Lavelle.
Yep.
As a child, but we still get Phi Lavelle. They made that very apparent by saying her name.
Yeah.
We get King Groot. For those of you that play Contest of Champions, that was really cool to see King Groot just...
He was a beast, too.
Monster.
When he got up, he was a beast.
It's very interesting. Will we see the Guardians again? Will we see Annihilation? It's hard to say. I mean, I think if this movie makes a ton of money, I can't see them not doing it because it's just a meal ticket. We know James Gunn's not going to do it. We know that Gamora's gone. We know that Drax, at least this version of Drax, is gone. And Gary, we can get into that.
Yeah.
We know Star-Lord's coming back. And he's going to go find himself. I think he's going to go hook up with Nova. I think that's what you're going to see.
With who? Drax or Star-Lord?
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
I think Star-Lord brings Nova in some way, shape, or form. That guy.
They mentioned Star-Lord in a very specific way, though.
The legendary Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, that's his solo series, right?
Yeah. So start reading that, boys and girls.
Yeah. So, hey, I dropped comic knowledge. Well, get the fuck
Boom.
out of here. I'm shutting my mic off now.
So a lot of excitement coming out of the end credit scenes, which has been a while since we got a really exciting end credit scene. New character that people have been specking on. We got the character. We got the new team. At least we got pointed in the direction of Annihilation.
We did.
Right? Regardless of whether we wind up there.
Costumes, characters, directions.
James Gunn did his part. He said, here's the layup, boys. I'm off to DC.
Yep. He handed them a gift, right? You have Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Phi Lavelle, and Warlock. All right? And now who did you want to add to that team?
I mean, it's got to be Nova, right? I mean...
no, that's not who we talked about.
The Drax.
No, that's not who we talked about.
Who did we talk about?
Iron Man 54.
Oh, Moondragon.
There you go.
We need another female.
Yep.
And
We
we
need
know
another
Phyla
female in the
Vel-
group.
We know Phyla and Moondragon are scissoring in the comics at some point.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
So back at you, Paulie. Actually, Jay made a good point.
Yes,
it was
he
either
did.
Jay or Matt when
It
it
was
comes
Jay.
to Quasar. You're not going to get Quasar. You're going to get Phyla Vel. I think
As
that's what
Quasar.
happens.
With the
That's your
quantum bands,
Quasar
essentially.
with the quantum
Yeah.
bands. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Jay is 100% right.
Yeah, and Moondragon makes sense because they need another female.
Yep.
And Nebula looks like she's going to be running nowhere. She's going to be around, Nebula. I just don't think she's going to be part of the team.
No, she won't be a part of the team. Her, Drax are staying. Cosmo. Oh no, wasn't Cosmo with the Guardians?
Cosmo was with the Guardians.
Yeah.
And she, right?
Yeah.
Is in Annihilation, no? I mean,
I believe
so.
Did, I read that a while ago. I
know,
have
me
it right
too.
here.
I know. I have. Do I have it too. I have it somewhere. Yeah, we got to go back and read. Got to read the Annihilation run because that's possibly where things are headed. Clearly.
See, this is why I think if you tease the negative zone in Fantastic Four, it's a wrap. You know now the direction. And Matt and I, we were talking about it. You don't need an Annihilation arc to cover 3 phases. No. But I think a good Annihilation arc, because it has to be an arc. I don't think this is a one movie thing because you can't depict the devastation of Annihilus in one movie. I think that needs to go across several, but you could do that across 3 movies within a phase of a 3-phase arc.
Yep.
And you may get it in phase 7, 8, and 9, which I still think will be the Heralds of Galactus.
Well, there's so many good things that came out, and I'm not going to take credit for any of them that I didn't come up with on my own. But, honestly, I expected to see the death of Drax.
I did.
Okay. People expected to see Rocket die. There was a lot of that. And somebody said today, I think it was my buddy Chef Harris, said, what if they're not killing off these characters because they're leaving them as cannon fodder for Kang in the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars? And I'm like, it's a really good fucking point.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. I'm kind of, we know that Bautista's not coming back as Drax, but it's like that's such a prime place to bring in Destroyer Drax that we got in Annihilation, where he's reborn.
As the
right?
Destroyer.
As a Destroyer. Reborn, totally different character, totally different demeanor.
Which is in Annihilation.
You can't, I feel like you can't do Annihilation without Drax.
No,
But
he's so important.
Hold on, didn't what's your name drop the line? You're not
Drax the Destroyer. You're Drax the.
She
the
said you're
father,
not a Destroyer.
The daddy or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So give us a Destroyer now.
Yeah. See, and that's why I've been saying for months that they were going to kill Drax off and he was going to be reborn just like in Annihilation.
That's what we needed.
As with a new actor, because
Let me tell you,
Batista doesn't want to do it.
That would have made this movie like a half a step away from perfect for me. Like, there's a couple things I would have done differently, but that would have brought it very close to just being like, wow, I could not ask for anything more. It didn't give it to us, but that's okay. They're not all going to be, most movies aren't 10s, so we're not approaching 10 on this one. But yeah, I wish that was the one thing I was wishing for.
Yeah.
Crazy, just a ton of emotion. The Rocket flashbacks, the team breaking up, just the love for each other. It was on screen. It was palpable. I think it wasn't as sad as Tony Stark dying, right? But it was close. It was pulling on your heartstrings a little bit. It was definitely pulling on your heartstrings a little bit.
Oh, absolutely it was.
It hit you in the right places.
It did.
Yep.
It did.
And that's because, and again, it comes back to good storytelling. And you're talking about these characters that we've been with for 9 years now, right? Is it 8 years, 9 years with the Guardians?
9 years.
And they've been good since the beginning. Now, number 2, in my opinion, is the weakest, but still, we watched. That was a cool thing too. Yondu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got a little Yondu. Yeah.
It was just.
I like that because I liked his character. It was sad to see him going too because he was a really good part of that franchise.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing the comments, guys highlighting them. It was great. Got
to see it again.
A lot of people liked it. I'm going to see it again. There's movies I didn't even watch in the theater for Phase 4, and now I'm going to see this twice. So, top five needle drop in MCU. I mean, maybe. He's talking about. Oh, maybe he's talking about the soundtrack.
Oh, soundtrack's got to be number 2.
Yeah, it's up there. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll circle back to Guardians a little bit more on some of the spoilers, but talking about the thumbnail and just talking about superheroes movies in general, this could be the stretch that maybe starts to at least put, I don't want to say it turns it around, because clearly you have to make other good movies, but
you need momentum. But this is a good start.
Right? And if you get Guardians, which it did what we had high expectations and it met and probably exceeded most people's. Now we're getting The Flash, which by a lot of people's barometer is the best superhero movie in a very long time, possibly ever. Is that going to be true? I think it's going to be good. How good? We're gonna find out.
That's a high bar.
Yes, it is.
But I mean, it's not that high of a bar to say it could be the best DC movie aside from, Dark Knight.
And that's, people are saying best since Dark Knight. I mean, so I'm not going there yet. I do have high expectations for it. And then going right into Secret Invasion, which looks like it could be the best Disney Plus show. They definitely put the most money into it. This is definitely movie quality show. None of the shows have really been movie quality yet, and they're saying that this one is. But I should probably saying Flash is top of Dark Knight. I doubt it will either. That's my number 1 of all time. Any DC Marvel, to me, that's number 1. So,
oh God, was that so good?
This could be a really important stretch for the movie theaters, for superhero movies, for Marvel. I think more so for Marvel, because DC has something to turn the page on.
Yeah,
they got James Gunn, and James Gunn just laid down a fucking amazing movie.
Yep.
So now people are gonna have faith in him again. People are gonna have faith in him.
Yep.
So
a lot of rumors too. He's bringing over a lot of the Guardian actors.
So what DC. I mean, this is an important stretch, and it really could change. Let me tell you something. It took a long time for people to flip on the takes it will not take as long to flip back.
Agreed. Yep.
It takes a good movie and a good show, and you're back on.
You want to know what scares me, though? Here's what scares me.
I know what you're going to say.
Is you got Guardians, so you're starting to change the momentum. There's hands down, no doubt about it, no debate. This was a great freaking movie. The only thing I keep hearing are people were upset about Warlock, but yet did not impact the overall feel of the movie. It was still great. Okay, beautiful. Secret Invasion. Matt, we are hearing some funky noises.
Sorry. I'm fixing my clip. Go ahead.
All right. So then we've got Secret Invasion. All right. Let's be optimists. Actually, technically, we have Flash next, don't we? Actually, technically, I think we have Into the Spider-Verse. I think that's next.
When is that?
Across the Spider-Verse. Isn't that early June?
Oh, it is that early. Okay.
And then we roll into Flash. Secret Invasion is the end of June. So let's just say, for argument's sake, everything in June is a plus, is a positive. Okay, now
when is Marvel's?
That's what he's, yeah.
That's what I'm running into. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of positive momentum. And the naysayers are going to be like, shit, this is starting to get good. And then they're going to run into the Marvels. And the Marvels doesn't look very promising. And when that happens, you're going to have all the naysayers come back and start.
But you have also what's nerve-wracking, Gary, is that you have Gunn knocking it out of the park, right? And doing what he's supposed to do and bringing everybody back.
Yeah.
It's like The Godfather when they pull you back in, right? You're back now. I'm sitting there with popcorn. I'm sitting there with fucking peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with fucking dots.
Dots.
Right?
Hyped, though. Hyped.
Yeah, hyped for a good movie, right? But Gunn is gone now.
It is, yeah.
But he left an important blueprint behind.
But
you see what works. Stick to the James Gunn and the Russos. Like, they need both of them. They need the Russos and they need James Gunn. Let's see.
So you had the Russos do the right thing, right? And
yeah.
The Russos laid the groundwork. So what the fuck did these guys listen to it after the Russos? If you want to make that point, Matt. If he laid the groundwork and he put the blueprint out there, so did the Russos.
Yeah,
what the
but
fuck?
they took. But here's
But
the
what
thing.
the fuck have these guys been doing for the last
Okay.
8 years?
And I'm going to tell you what. They tried to go a different direction with the MCU. They wanted to, and I'm not going to use the word that everybody thinks I'm going to use, but they wanted to get a different audience. They assumed that we were there and that
Midgets?
we weren't.
Is that the word you're on?
No, it's not where I was going.
Got it.
They were looking to get a little bit more diverse. They were looking to get a little bit more, I don't know, hip. They were looking to bring in a new audience and just literally forget about the audience that was there, assuming that there's nothing they could do wrong. They just laid down this epic 3-phase masterpiece. Yeah, we have leeway to do whatever we want. Apparently, they did not. And now I think they know that. They brought back in what's his name? What the hell's his name, Gary? Iger?
Huh? I'm sorry. Oh, Taika Waititi?
No, they brought back in Iger.
Oh, Bob Iger. Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Sorry.
They're firing VPs. They're getting rid of the number of movies, and they're pushing and rewriting. And Blade is a fucking mess, but they keep making it better because they don't want to put. There's a difference. Yeah, exactly. And that probably would have been a shitty thing because it would have been Phase 4, and then it just would have went straight down the tubes.
Fast.
So
actually, I shouldn't say fast. Let's be honest. Let's really be honest with Phase 4. Shang-Chi was real. I thought Shang-Chi was good.
Oh, it was good. Don't
It was
get me
good.
wrong. Yeah.
I didn't like the ending. I've made that very
Paulie.
clear.
That is exactly what I'm trying to say, Paulie.
I made it very clear that I did not like the ending of Shang-Chi. I thought it was a little cheesy, but I mean, the Shang-Chi fight scenes.
Fantastic. Probably the best. In
Probably
MCU ever.
really close to the best. Eternals, mixed bag. I enjoyed it. Some people didn't, and I get it. I get why people didn't like it. It's okay. I'm not going to argue with you. I get it. Things start getting rocky there. Spider-Man was a fan favor. The movie as a whole was not overly great. My favorite part
You never
about
thought you were
Spider-Man-
getting those guys back together. That's why.
That was great, right? The movie as a whole was pretty weak overall, right? Overall. I do love how they left it, though. I loved how they left Spider-Man. The ending.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just happy with the way they set all that up. Now, you mix in some Disney Plus. Okay. And this is me not saying Phase 4 wasn't bad, because it was. This is just trying to,
Salvage it.
Salvage it a little bit. So, WandaVision was good. I thought WandaVision was good. All right. Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Not great. Loki was good.
Yeah.
So you were like teetering. Remember, you're kind of teetering back and forth, right? Then things started getting real south, and it started becoming missed opportunity after missed opportunity with Doctor Strange and Moon Knight, and it was like another missed opportunity and missed opportunity, and then those missed opportunities kind of dragged down the rest of that phase. I think it dragged because we were expecting so much from some of these things, and like Moon Knight disappointed a lot of people. And I think Doctor Strange disappointed a lot of people because I think we all had all these grand plans and ideas for the movie. Like, oh my God, it's on a silver platter. They're traveling the multiverse. We should see everyone. Wolverine's going to be in this movie. And oh my God, we're going to see Ghost Rider. And none of that took place. None of it.
Hippo.
We saw a hippo, right? Like all that kind of stuff. And it slowly started and Black Widow and just like that movie was like terrible. That movie was probably the worst Phase 4 movie. I would say Black Widow.
I like Yelena Belova.
Loved her. Hawkeye was good.
The worst Phase 4 movie.
Was okay. Let's ask the chat. That's a
I
great.
guess so.
Oh no, Thor: Love and Thunder was the worst Phase 4.
That was Phase 4.
Thor,
Right?
again. Not only was that movie terrible, but it was a missed opportunity because you had an Oscar winner in Christian Bale.
That was just
with
my God.
Maybe Thor's best villain of all time.
That makes it
Gore
even
the God
worse.
Butcher was an amazing character in the books. Jason Aaron's run
Gary
was incredible.
Wasted opportunity.
It was a wasted opportunity because you had the blueprint. It's written in the pages right over there. You had a blueprint for an incredible movie. And you even had, if you didn't want to do a past, present, future Thor like in the God of Thunder run, right? You had Valkyrie, you had Jane Foster, and you had Thor. So you kind of had three pieces, that three-headed monster. No, it wasn't a past, present, future Thor, but you had the three characters, the three big players to play against Gore. And God, did Taika ruin it. I mean, ruin it. Ruin it.
Totally. And I'm glad.
And Eternity.
James Gunn shit on him.
He did. And
Yeah,
I said it to Matt a long time ago. I said, I'll bet you Guardians is going to be phenomenal because James Gunn took a shot at Taika big time. And when he did that, I was feeling crazy confident about Guardians. I'm like, this is going to be a good movie. So Davis Ryder.
We were just talking about this. So
We did.
we're going to do it right before
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, right?
Yep.
And since Davis is in the room, and actually I have this sitting next to me, and we haven't done like a mail call in a while, but I got some mail from Davis.
Oh.
I don't know. If you guys,
I know what you have.
I don't know if you saw the Jardins sketchbook that he dropped.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Did you see that guy?
Let me hold on.
I saw it on Davis's thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's even better in person.
Holy shit, man!
Yeah, Johnny crushed it, man.
Where are my guys? They're my guys.
Gore the Kidnapper.
Absolutely crushed this. So shout out to Davis Ryder and Johnny Desjardins on this art book. This thing is amazing. I mean, the blood on the white, that was my favorite one, and I had to grab it. So
That's cool.
Shout out. Make sure you guys are following Davis Ryder over on Whatnot. He's got some heat coming down the pipe for sure. We're going to talk a little bit more about Whatnot in a minute.
We should run, if you can play the thing. We don't have to do this second. All right.
Could.
Zach, I'm actually glad they didn't use Annihilus. That's how good High Evolutionary was. And I'm telling you, I don't want to see Annihilus as a one and done character in one movie. I want to see Annihilus across multiple movies. I just think he's that good.
Have to. I mean,
he's that good. And he's a cool ass character. I mean,
there's so much they could do with how they left it off, and James Gunn teed it up for him. We'll see what happens. I can't see them just ending it all together. I really can't. But you never know. I mean, the MCU's done some pretty fucking stupid shit lately. So
they have.
James
Gunn wasn't playing the game though, man. He did his thing. Like he was like, nope, this is what we're doing, and just he put out a good one, man.
I'm looking at the commercial, by the way. I'm just sitting here because the TV is running in the background. Did you see Domino's is doing these loaded tots?
Yeah, they don't look that good.
No?
I don't think so.
Like tater tots with stuff on top of them.
Nah.
Justin, we talked about this. I don't think High Evolutionary's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
Guy's frustrated. Now he's off the
He's coughing.
F you in the tots. He's like, I'm done.
No, I think they left it open-ended for a reason. Because there's so much in flux right now with just timelines, writer's strike, majors possibly getting rung up. I mean, there's just so much unknown right now. The amount of money they're making, the audience feedback, there's just a lot. They need to leave things in play when they're good. They need to leave things in play. So I'm glad that they're doing that. What else? We got talking about Domino's, yeah. Baggage Paulie is calling for Guardians 2 as the best Guardians movie. I don't think anybody else in the chat agrees with him.
Guardians 2 is the best?
Yeah.
Nah. Stop.
If you agree that Guardians 2 was the best of the trilogy, put it in the chat.
That's honestly, good. There you go. We got 100 plus people in here.
Listen, the Beast had them. He gives them 5 out of 5, and we know the Beast knows what he's talking about.
The Beast
on his grading scale. So,
the Beast knows good food when he eats it.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He knows good food when he eats it.
That's right.
Let's leave it at that.
All right, let's see.
First the tots, now the dots, now the tots. Come on.
What's with the ones? Everybody's saying the first one was the best.
Yeah, see, Paulie, I think you're by yourself, bro. I think you're by yourself, Paulie.
Zach B's putting Guardians 3 first. See, I'm with Justin.
It's close, but I still think 1 is just... Yeah.
I'm not saying Guardians 2 isn't a good movie. I just think it's the weakest of the 3.
I think it's good.
But you're talking about 2 great movies, you know?
And Guardians 2 is not even close to my top 10. That's just,
me either.
Just the way it is. But we got some more stuff to talk about. We're talking about majors a little bit again. So we got some Fantastic Four, casting news, some Blade news, and some Doom news, actually, that I just heard today. You guys, I know Guy probably heard it. But before we get into all that, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Bunch of stuff to talk about. So
Davis, don't go anywhere. Stay right
Davis,
where you are.
Hang around. First, we'll start with the t-shirts. I'm wearing one, and somebody mentioned t-shirts before. So we dropped the new t-shirts, Defect t-shirts. These things are so comfortable. I got to give a shout out to Gary because I was like, Gary, your shirts are so comfortable. Which ones are they? So I got the exact t-shirt, and we did the Defects on them. They're available over on the Whatnot. They're in the store right now. There's like 28 of them left, all different sizes. So you go check them out. You know, I put the QR code up for the Defects Whatnot. So head over there, buy them up. Like I said, only a limited amount. So, and I know like 10 or 12 people had already asked for them last week. So they're probably going to go, I don't want to say they're going to go all at once, but they're going to go fairly quick. So, check them out.
This is a great, how much are your t-shirts?
$25.
$25. So if you don't have Whatnot, use that QR code and you get it for 15. Right?
That's true. If it's your first purchase, I don't know if it's the QR code, but definitely in the description, there's the,
okay.
Sometimes if they're not a first time, that gets screwed up on the QR code.
Okay.
But if you are a first time or you haven't signed up to Whatnot, it's in the description. You use that link, you get $10 off your first purchase. Like Gary said, it's a $15 t-shirt.
There you go. So, and it's a good one. I can vouch for that.
Oh, they're so comfortable. Like our other two shirts were really nice, but these are so comfortable. It's like we spent more on the t-shirts that you guys can get a higher quality t-shirt essentially.
That was my whole theory too. Like,
yes.
I don't need to make money on a t-shirt.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's fine. I'd rather have the higher quality.
So tomorrow night, Guy Forge running Whatnot. He's got a bunch of nice stuff. He's doing giveaways. You know, the usual Tuesday night attack on Tuesday. E-Rod, Gary, us, and then a man of the people, Davis. He's all over. He's attached to everybody. So, but he's, you know, he's part of the Tuesday night crew too, you know. So check out Guy Forge tomorrow night. Use the QR code right there. It's going to be dope. He's got some good books going. And like I said, some giveaways. And then Gary. I'll just let you take this.
Friday. Yeah, we are. Are you going to play that thing?
I mean, you want to just play it and then talk about it?
Why don't you play it for everybody?
Okay, we'll play
I'm really excited about this.
We'll play it first.
All right,
if you've seen some of Gary's YouTube auctions, then you'll understand the video.
What is up, everybody? We are back here for another auction. Bring Tank on, and then we're going to swing over to me.
Tank is exactly what you think Jay's dog would look like.
Oh, God. Fight me.
13. I got 15 pages in this damn thing, so probably not. Fuck. You know what? Forget it. Throw that one away. We're going to the next one.
Number 650 will get the book.
Number 6.
Oh, really? So the person who is your... Can you track that?
Actually, we can't. So you know what we'll do?
That was amazing. Jay.
That's right, guys. We are coming back. We've gone from YouTube to Whatnot. Same group, same great books, same great sellers, and this wouldn't have happened without my man, Matty Forge.
Yeah, guys, a lot of work went into this on the tech side. We've been trying to get everything together to make this perfect, to go from YouTube over to Whatnot. A lot of good work, but this is like a new chapter, so we had to come up with that new name. So we got the Defective Collective, as you can see above. The Butch, you know, we had to head in with something nice for this first show. What do you got, bro? What do you think we should do?
Well, guys, you know, we already took over the YouTube auctions. Now it's time to take over the Whatnot auctions. And what better way to do that than to give away a Sony PlayStation 5 God of War Ragnarok edition, going out to somebody in the chat.
That's right, guys. We are going to open up big Friday, May 12th, 8 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you check it out. Give Pressable Defects a follow. Give Very Gary Comics a follow on Whatnot. And remember, wherever you're watching this video, down below in the description, there is a link for $10 off your first purchase. Come hang out with us. The new Defective Collective on Whatnot. Again, Very Gary Comics and Pressable Defects.
Boom.
Here it is, guys. We're giving this away on Friday.
Yes, we are.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. This is the God of War one. On Friday.
But you know what else we're giving away?
Memories.
While I get that out, Guy Forge just hit us with this right here.
What do you think about that?
I dig it.
You like that, Garrett?
I do.
So essentially, the Defective Collective. Explain to him what the Defective Collective is, because it's not just us.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the Defective Collective is essentially a group that you guys are pretty common with. You guys know all the way back from the YouTube auctions. You've got the Defects. You have myself. You may sprinkle in a little E-Rod. I don't know. Is Davis showing up? We don't know. We might sprinkle a little Davis in there. We'll
He
see.
said he wanted to be in. He asked about it. I mean,
Basically, it's exactly what you guys remember from YouTube, literally to a T, except on Whatnot. Every month, we will be coming back with great books. We've got, I don't want to give anything away, but when I tell you everything from YouTube is coming to Whatnot,
Don't even show
everything.
that. Don't even show it.
That's kind of a big giveaway on Friday as well.
Yeah, we're giving that away on Friday as well. So, and that's just 2 of the giveaways. There's other ones. There's like 4 or 5 other ones, but those are
Yeah.
the 2 big ones for first Gambit. That's high grade. It's like, yeah, see, get me in. Davis said, get me in there, baby.
So
That's
I'm
like
going to
a
post.
9.2 probably, 9.4 maybe.
I'm going to
Click
post.
the QR code. I don't know where it is. It's over here. Here, click that.
There's
Bookmark
the
show.
stream.
Bookmark
Yeah, I got it in the
show.
chat.
It's in the chat. It's in the QR code. You do not, at least come and hang out. You know it's going to be fun. Larry's going to make an appearance. Like Gary said, the super chat videos are loaded up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Everything. I mean, we're going to be doing it on my channel, guys. Once a month, we're coming back, just like we were doing on YouTube.
There you go.
We are so
right.
excited.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, the laughs that we're going to be had is just going to be worthwhile right there. So
Yeah.
But let's move along. It's gonna. If you guys know, you know at this point, right? If you were there in the past on YouTube, then you know you got to show up Friday night. So
Yep.
it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be me. I don't know if you said. Oh well, you saw it. Me, Jay, and Gary for the first one, and then we're just gonna roll from there. So
Yep. Get that first one out of the way. Get all the bugs out.
that's it. So pin. I don't know if I can pin it, but somebody in the chat wants to pin it. They can.
Can I do it?
I don't know. Maybe you're a moderator. The link.
Either way, make sure you go bookmark it.
Yeah. Run, bookmark it. You're not going to want to miss it. So
I can't do it.
I'll do it. Actually.
All right.
I can do it. There you go. What else? Let's talk about a little bit of news. Enough about Whatnot, because that's going to be a blast. So if you miss out.
Oh, and I'm doing a giveaway show tomorrow night. So I run
there you
from
go.
8:30 to 10 o'clock Eastern. We overlap a little bit. I'm just doing 90 minutes of giveaways. I have a whole bunch of exclusives over here we're going to be giving away for
There you go. So go
an
to
hour and a half.
giveaways and then go to a guy to get some books.
We'll roll
Get some
right
good
into
stuff.
you guys.
There you
Yep.
go. Unless Guy is still sick, and then we'll probably just do some giveaways too. So that's always a possibility. Either way, you're going to see us tomorrow night. I talked about Jonathan Majors and Loki. We already talked about that. I snuck that in earlier with that move in Loki to October.
Yep.
FF, we heard that Adam Driver is our Reed Richards and Margot Robbie is Sue Storm.
Is the Margot Robbie confirmed?
It's
I've
not.
heard.
It sounds the Adam Driver is almost all but confirmed, and the Margot Robbie is a little less confirmed. I'm okay with both of them. Not my first pick for
Not
Reed, but
me either.
I think Adam Driver's a pretty good actor, so I think I'm gonna.
Melissa
have faith.
swears that he'll be good.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. Again, Kylo Ren, was it him or was it the writing? It was probably the writing. I mean,
Oh, Star Wars?
yeah,
That wasn't him.
that's what I'm saying. It was the writing. So I think Adam Driver can do this. It's really going to come down to the writing again, but I'm okay with Robbie.
He also has to do his research, man.
He's confirmed. So
There you go, Guy Forge. What
He's
do you
got to
think?
do his research.
Guys, more of the actor. He's better with the actors and direct. Do you think Adam Driver's got this in the bag or what?
He's dying over there.
yeah, if I can get a word out, it'd be great. But it's gonna be hard. I don't know. I've had what's his name was my Reed Richards from the beginning, and we got him for 30 seconds.
Krasinski.
So, I mean, they answered me, but for like 30 seconds. That's all we got.
Yeah, that's all you got.
So, I mean,
My wife loves him, thinks he's great. So
I'm optimistic. So,
I'll be honest with you guys, and I'm not. There's no way I'm the only one. When they cast Heath Ledger as Joker, I rolled my eyes because all I kept thinking about was Brokeback Mountain, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you got to be kidding me. This is the guy who's going to be Joker. So I have a lot of faith in Adam Driver. We'll see. And I love Margot Robbie. I think she'll be fine.
I think she'll be fine too. So, Yeah, drive. Listen, again, it really comes. I think he's got the chops. It's just going to come down to the writing. So, so far, I'm okay with who they cast or possibly cast in this movie. So we'll see. Jokeback Mountain. There you go.
That was Heath Ledger. You know, I just kept saying like, what? Heath Ledger? You know.
A couple of people. I didn't want to harp on this, but a couple of people have asked now: are we going to be doing YouTube auctions anymore? Not for the foreseeable future, and there's a reason. Essentially, the amount of time it takes us to do those.
Oh my God.
It's just, we all have jobs and families, and it's just extremely difficult. While it's always going to have a special place in all our hearts. It's just really hard to do every month.
Guys, those YouTube auctions, not only were we on here for 6 hours, which is always a blast, we lost, I would say, 3/4 of the next day packing books and sifting through emails and making sure payments went through. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And it was fun. We had a great time doing it. But to be able to streamline that entire process just allows us to do a better job with the actual streams.
Yeah.
And the actual books and the actual commentary. Because all that stuff is a distraction. The payments and the emails and checking spam and, oh, you sent it to the wrong email. And I'm sure from your end, it looked smooth. From ours, it wasn't.
That
was
a lot of work.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
Yeah.
To be able to take that out of the equation and just do what we do is just going to make it that much better.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. I wish we could continue doing those and have it streamlined. The problem is it's just never possible.
This is how.
It was fee-free, but I mean, for who? I mean, for us, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're paying the fees. I mean, you guys have to pay, the tax, but at the end of the day,
but so do we.
Right. So do we. Right.
So do we.
It's unfortunately that's the best thing for us and our families and our jobs, or else you're just gonna. We wouldn't be doing them as often, and pretty much we just stopped doing them because it just became it became really hard to do. So it sucks, but we're back together, and that's I think the most important part is the fact that we're back together.
You just come and watch. You don't have to spend $1.
No,
just come hang out like you used to. That's all we want.
I mean, that's really what we want is people to come hang out, because that's what half the people were there were just hanging out.
Oh my God, more than
It's trying to recreate the same thing and just on a different platform, guys. That's all.
It's still right. It's still us. So again, you don't have to spend $1 if you don't want to. Just come hang out. So
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well,
and we're giving a PlayStation 5 away.
I know. We never gave away that on YouTube. So
well, that's the thing too. What this is going to allow us to do is do more giveaways, and even that is streamlined. Where remember we'd have to go through and scroll through the chat and just wait. Oh no, I see this person first. No, I see this person first. It takes all of that out of it. And again, it's going to allow us to do what we do best.
Yeah. So moving on from that, we appreciate if you guys can come in, great. If not, we totally understand.
Totally get it.
We know some people have had bad experiences, whatnot. The only thing I could say is give us a chance because you know us already. That's all. I'm not going to twist your arm any more than that. Blade. Let's talk about Blade.
Yes.
Real quick. Blade is getting hit with the writer's strike right now because they went on to their third writer, I think, which is okay. I think that's okay because that means they're dedicated to making a great movie.
I'm fine with it.
They've also basically fired some of the casting, notably Blade's daughter, who was supposed to have a much more prominent role originally. They've replaced her, which I think is a huge move. That is an enormous move and probably good if you're a Blade fan. Because the information that we were getting is that the Blade movie was essentially more about her taking the reins than it was Blade, and Mahershala Ali's not going to sign up for that. Like that's not what he came to do, right? So I think that's a great thing.
What was his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala. Is that
Mahershala Ali? How do you say it? I always say it wrong. Jesus Christ. Also, we got confirmation of the main villain, Gary. And actually...
Oh, really? I didn't hear.
Her first appearance is a book that we showed that I actually sold last year on that promo video. It was first Lilith, right?
We did. That was a lot of rumors. Yes, Lilith.
Lilith is going to be the main villain.
That's good, actually.
Is what we're hearing right now, which could definitely change because they're changing.
No,
right
I love it.
So
I love it because
like that a lot.
It leaves Dracula open.
Yes, it does.
So I actually like that. I like
For
that.
a much bigger role in,
Yes.
in a longer expanded universe, which
Yup.
I know Mike the Beast Benson's going to be really happy about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
Mia
he is.
Goth, who I know, he actually emailed me on the day that news came out, and he was really excited about it. He's a big horror guy right there. So that's really good news. Granted, it's just going to keep pushing the start date, but it is what it is. Also hearing Doom. Guy, tell me if you heard this guy. Our buddy Everything Always stated that. Oh, nice. There you go, Deacon Frost. I like that.
That's a big one. We were
I
talking
like
about that a while ago.
They're saying now that Marvel hasn't confirmed it because they have no reason to confirm it, but during an interview, one of the guys that's in the know said it. He said essentially that you won't see Doom in any meaningful capacity, and probably not at all, until Phase 7. And while I want to see Doom sooner, it's actually a good thing. Because why would we want to rush? He needs to be a main villain, essentially, right? He needs to be a slow played character. He has so much depth. And I always say this, he's just got the most depth in all of Marvel Comics, possibly rivaled by Magneto for a villain, right? It's Magneto and Doom. They have the most complex, in-depth backstories. So you can't, even Thanos was rushed to an extent, and I think that's the point that Everything Always was making today. And I agree with him. You know, I wish he was a little bit more built up, but I was okay with it. But Doom, I need to be more built up than Thanos was. Right?
How much more build up did you want Thanos? He was teased.
He was teased.
I mean, for
like
years.
twice.
We didn't get like
But that was years.
But we didn't get anything meaningful from him until Infinity War.
I actually liked it, but I'm in between you guys. I liked that we didn't get anything meaningful until Infinity War because it showed his power, but I would have been fine seeing him a few more times. And I'll be honest with you, I also don't need a Magneto in an X-Men movie. We've had Magneto plenty.
Well, they're saying, what if Magneto's the big bad? Now, what about...
Give him time, too.
What about, like, Secret Wars Part 2? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many... Because clearly, if Doom's not
But
coming
apparently
till
you have a lot of
Phase
story
7,
to tell before Doom.
Yes. Clearly, if he's not coming till Phase 7, that means he misses Secret Wars. But that doesn't mean they won't do another Battle World Secret... Who knows? Right? But clearly, they want Doom to be early Phase 7 to be throughout that whole phase. And I think he's the type of villain, or maybe they make him somewhere between an anti-hero villain. Like maybe he's a new kind of category of character that we haven't seen yet. And that's the character that you do that with. So when I heard this today, well, at first I was like, damn, that's another 4 years until I get to see Doom. Maybe 5. But if it is for a reason that we get to really see him get developed, like we do a superhero, now I'm on board.
But how old am I going to be going to these fucking movies?
I'll go till I'm in my grave, dude.
I know, but
As long as they're continued to be good. They were bad for a while.
That's what I mean.
Although I go to see the bad ones too, so like, you know, I'm the problem, I guess.
Yeah, the Infinity and Back at Your Point makes a really good deal, and it possibly felt that Thanos was built up a little bit more than he was, but it was really the Infinity Stones or gems that had the real build up, right? Like those were built up over several movies. That's a really good point. You saved yourself tonight, Paulie, from saying Guardians 2 is the best Guardians. So, Swaggy,
Peter Porker,
Swaggy,
I'm with you.
I'm actually in the house.
I'm actually with Peter Porker on this one. Start Fantastic Four with a low-level villain and build up from there.
Can't be Doom. Dude, that's just
no, you can't.
Yeah.
Don't give me Magneto and don't give me Doom. Build it up.
Right.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I love Magneto. I love Doom. Please don't take that the wrong way, but just build it.
Yeah, we're hearing Galactus, roles being offered out for Galactus. So, not
Heralds,
a lot of
heralds.
If
heralds.
Galactus is cast, that means he's going to be around for a while.
Right.
Galactus is not a one and done. Galactus is a trilogy.
So there's that's 3 big villains, and somebody has to be the big villain, right? Galactus,
It has
Doom,
to be Galactus.
Magneto, like that's
It has to be
clearly
Galactus.
Clearly Kang, maybe High Evolutionary, possibly a combination of both. I don't think we get another major villain to top those 2 in before the end of Phase 6. So clearly Galactus, Doom, Magneto are all Phase 7 and beyond.
All right, here's what I'm going to say about all this.
God.
You don't need, or I should say, okay, so the MCU is huge now, much bigger than it was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. It's massive. You have cosmic, you have earthbound, right? Why can't you have a major cosmic arc in an Annihilation, in a Galactus story, something like that, cosmic, right? That ends up being galactic, huge, right? Universe size. Whereas the ground level threats are the Magnetos of the world and are the Dooms, and where the
like
Doom, you know, where you can not mingle, but almost like have two bigger arcs going at the same time, where they will crash by the end of phase 9, where these two big powers to be run into each other on two completely separate universes.
I agree.
Could happen.
Yeah, I get that. I could see that. Yeah, they got to do something different though. Like Doom has to be something special. Like, and I
He
think
does.
that has, and I think what you just said is, Boom Reviews is saying Mephisto, and that's the rumor that I wanted to kind of end the show with as well. Is we're now hearing that, you know, there was Mephisto. Is he in the Coven of Chaos? Is Aubrey Plaza going to be Mephisto? Then that went away. That was fake. Now they're saying that the villain of Doom, of that Coven of Chaos, is going to be a character that shows up in many forms. Okay, so I don't think that's Kang,
Wouldn't really make sense, right?
but I do think that's Mephisto, which
Yeah.
makes sense because Mephisto does have. Well, I guess
What
it depends
about-
how you look at it, but
Ooh,
the devil has multiple forms, right? So maybe they're taking that route with Mephisto.
That makes sense. What about?
Or they're going to the other option with that, which would actually make the most sense, considering we got the Darkhold and Agatha.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
It's Cthulhu, who has multiple forms. It clearly has multiple forms, so that makes more sense to Mephisto as far as having multiple forms.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is clearly. I mean, they could retcon it, but that's clearly what they led up
Why?
to in WandaVision. So, I mean, that's most likely who you're going to see.
Why is
Nightmare only had
Mephisto?
one form. I mean,
Why is Mephisto the villain in a Riri Williams Disney Plus show? Like,
yeah,
come on,
that's crazy.
That's so stupid. Cthulhu
Well,
makes sense.
Cthulhu makes the most sense, clearly, right?
in the Coven.
Right. Yes, 100%.
That's
now,
what I
we,
think.
we already got name dropped. We already got his temple, and we already have the Darkhold, which may or may not be gone, but it doesn't matter because Coven of Chaos is going to be a lot of flashbacks.
Oh, talk about teasing! Like, are they not teasing Cthulhu left and right now? In that story arc, compared to like a Thanos. I'm not saying he's that level. Please don't run with that. I'm just saying, like, we're getting those same little teases. We've seen them sort of, kind of, little bit maybe at the statue, you know, at the temple. We've heard about him now in 2 different things. I don't know.
Plus, he brings in the werewolves and the vampires.
Was he involved?
The things that go bump at night. That's
was he involved in Shang-Chi at the end of that movie?
Correct.
Like,
correct. That is another theory out there. Yes.
Right. So, and I want to just really quick touch back on Doom and Magneto.
Yeah.
I don't want to see either of them quite yet. Let them grow and all that stuff. But think of this, man. We've had really good Magnetos. We have not had a good Doom.
This makes sense.
Need, right? So, like, they're gonna do Doom. That's gotta have to do Doom the right way because we haven't seen it yet.
That's got to be the priority. And Feige has said that pretty much, and he said it about the Fantastic Four, but I think you include Doom in that.
Yeah.
When he was talking about it's got to be done right. I like what Gray Pliskin is saying here. Merge Mephisto and Cthulhu. I could see that happening, but they've already name dropped Cthulhu.
Yeah.
He is technically in the MCU in name and in lore.
But
right?
I thought they dropped Mephisto as a tease in that Avenger scene on the paperwork.
Some type of Mephisto like being clearly, right? But I know that the whole China thing.
He was also in the stained glass, right?
That's what he was talking about. I think that's what he was talking about, yeah.
Yo, the Beast is correct.
What he said.
The best Doom was the 90s cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even close, so. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is starting to flesh itself out, and we haven't hit a lot of the rumors lately because a lot of them have just been all over the place.
There's been so many.
And there hasn't been much interest in it. But now, like I said, starting off the show, I was so excited to do the show because I was really excited. I left the movie so excited to see it. I slept on it thinking, oh, maybe it wasn't as good as I thought it was. And the next day I liked it just as much as I did the night I saw it. Going to see it again Wednesday night. So who do I cast as Doom? Keanu. I don't know. Not maybe. Maybe Keanu.
No.
Maybe.
I can't.
I don't know. I got to think about it.
That Mila Kunis thing can't be true.
That is not true.
If Kevin Feige is stressing that things are going to get done the right way, that is not the right way.
Then you're not going to make Mila Kunis, yeah.
You ready for this? You want to see that? You want to hear? Here's what I think for the first Fantastic Four movie. They're going to tease the negative zone in some way, shape, or form, whether it's experiments that Reed's doing, some kind of tease, right? That's going to be within the movie. Here, somebody screen record this and play it in 4 years whenever the next Fantastic... They're going to tease the negative zone. That's my first theory. My second theory is that there's an end credit scene where Sue Storm is pregnant. They're going to show her being pregnant.
I like it. You got to be, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, all right, man. Well, I think we're a guy. You got anything to jump in with? I know you're trooping it out for us, and I appreciate it. Guys going live on Whatnot tomorrow night.
Maybe.
On,
hopefully be all right.
Yeah, it's possibly. Well, either way, I'm going to be giving stuff away. If Guy doesn't go, so he's got a chance of going this week or next week, one way or the other. But click there. Go get the T-shirts. I saw a couple of them sell already, so make sure you find your size. You better go now.
You're going to have them in Friday's stream?
I don't think so because I think
I put mine in there.
No, I know, but I want to keep it for the defects. You know what I mean?
Okay, fine.
I just want to make sure our guys get them first. You know.
I have an idea.
What's up? Okay.
Should I say it?
Defective Collective shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're muted, Guy.
I sent you the logo I just made. Put it up there.
There you go.
Put it up again.
We might be in the works with a logo.
All right. Well,
but I like it. Where is it? There it is.
It's right there. I mean, it does capture all the elements, I feel like.
That shit is the bomb.
There you go. So,
let's see what you did there, Garrett.
I see what you did there. We appreciate you guys being in here with us. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. What else? Good show. Have a good night. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything in the chat. You guys are always the best. We love having you in here. You just hang with us the whole time. It's literally the best thing you can give us is your time. I really do appreciate it.
I hope we see everybody Friday, man.
Yeah.
You gotta come Friday.
You gotta just be there. I mean, just come hang out. Like, we're not even asking you to spend money. Just come hang out.
Yeah.
Show support. We're gonna be hanging out. Tuesday night tomorrow night, see us. See Gary, see us tomorrow night separately, and then come see us Friday night. And if not, we will catch you live next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. As always, Lo is coming back on. Gary, you always seem to just miss her.
It's not even me, man. It's Jay. Jay bails the week before, and then I come in, and then before you know it, Lo's here, and Jay shows back up.
Yeah.
You haven't figured it out yet?
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say,
not coming on next month. When Lo comes on again, I'm not coming on the week before. Don't even ask me.
That makes sense.
Don't even ask me. Yep.
We're gonna give you a. We'll let Ava take us out tonight. And again, guys, we appreciate you being here. Hit the thumbs up if you can. All the links for all the crap we talked about, the T-shirts, the whatnot, Gary's stream, they're all in the description below. And we'll catch you Tuesday, Friday. If not, next Monday. Love you, Defects.
All right, Defects. It's time to turn it up a little. I think you guys have been playing it nice lately. We need to get a little raunchy. What do you think? Can Batgirl handle that? I just wanted to let you guys know you are hot shit. Keep doing what you're doing, because I love it. And Defects fans, you're hot shit as well. Maybe even a little hotter. Keep supporting. And keep doing what you do. Because this girl loves it. You guys are awesome. Love you all. Big kisses from me to you.
10.0, guy says. Literally not one person left. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Defects. See you next week.